Hello and welcome to this session of business research method. We will be going into projective techniques. We are now discussing qualitative research, and we had seen qualitative research in terms of focus group, interviews, and now we are going to projective techniques. What is projective technique? It's a qualitative market research. And what does it do? It increases understanding of consumer thoughts and feelings. We can take out their perceptions, their inner feelings, things that are not in their conscious awareness. This is the key word. Things that are not in their conscious awareness. If you look at the other types of research, you are seeing and then you are jotting down certain things that you are seeing, which is observational research. And in primary research collections, you are asking them certain things and then you are jotting down certain responses that they are giving to you. So these are all direct method of observation, direct method of getting feedback, information, perceptions, ideas, beliefs, attitudes from the respondents. Projective technique is borrowed from psychology. Okay? Psychology always feels you do not disclose all that you feel. You are not vocal with all your inner aspirations, inner wants. So you need an indirect method to take it out, to elicit it, to bring it out of you. And hence, certain types, certain situations, projective techniques are very useful. Okay? So projective technique is a qualitative market research. It is an indirect way of getting information. Clear? Right. So projective techniques are tests are rooted in clinical psychology. The thematic appreciation test is a widely used projective technique in market research also. It is also used in social research. Why do we conduct this? Because the assumption is that subconsciously there are many things, beliefs and feelings which can be projected in an indirect way and we can get information. For example, why are you smoking? Will anybody be able to give a pertinent answer for that? They will say stress. Why do you have wheezing? So anything that is related to certain dimensions which you can't pronounce directly, projective techniques are pretty useful. Okay, what is stressing you a lot? For children, you can elicit it by making them draw something, making them complete a story. So it is also another very nice way of getting information. Right. So we will go on to what are the types of projective techniques. So if you look at projective techniques, there is something called association. Association means I show you a picture and then ask you whatever you want to associate it and write what you feel about it. Okay? So I can get the feeling out of you very nicely. I will show you all some pictures, then we can work on it. Okay? Association, by showing pictures, by showing words, Any of these things can be done with sentences, with stories, with pictures, with cartoons, role play. Last one, expression through role plays. Completion technique. Completion techniques is you give half a sentence, make them complete. You put two cartoons talking to one another and leave the blobs empty and ask them to fill it up. Right? Construction technique, where you give a picture, and ask them to write a story, ask them to remember things in their life and write, ask them to connect it to a product and write. Okay, like that. Then expressive technique, role play, and we will do each one of this. We will do an exercise for each one of this. Okay, right. So we will start with first we will start with this association. What do you associate this with? What is this and what do you associate with? Okay, 90% of the people will say corona, because this is the animal pangolin, which from where the coronavirus is presumably to have started, in China. This is a very shy animal and their scales are supposed to be good or whatever. Very shy, very timid animal, and they trade it, kill it, eat it, and they say that there is a very good chance that from pangolin the virus had started. Okay, so many will connect association. Today it's a very obvious this one. So okay, how do you apply it to marketing, for example? So if I want to, for example, I put Saudi Arabia and then say, what do you associate with? Then you say oil. Then I show a picture of soap and say, what do you associate it with? You say fragrance. So it will come out, the USPs will come out. Then I will know whether my marketing technique is good or no, it needs improvement. Look at this. So there it's all bars of soap. So there are 4 different shapes. Okay. So I will say you mustn't say anything about the shape. You must just say what you feel about it. The first, second, third, fourth. What do you associate it? Then I know which is the one which you are very comfortable with for your hand, for your, which color is more soothing to you. Like this, I show you certain things and ask you to elicit about it. The first one you say, the first color, what do you associate it with? The second color. So then I know which color you like the most. Yeah? Which shape you like the most. So like this. Association techniques. Then the next one we would see completion. So I'll give you a situation. Okay, the situation is I am going to buy a motorbike. I am going to buy a motorbike. So complete this conversation. What will you write there? So I know I can elicit exactly in just one picture your idea about a motorbike, a brand. Okay, like that. Another, okay, what is completion thing? Completion technique, you can do it in sentence completion, where you give an incomplete sentence and ask them to write. You can give an incomplete paragraph and then you ask them to write. You can give a story and ask them to do. So this is a kind of a story. What was given over here, it is an illustration. You can make it as a story. or I can give more pictures and ask you to think. But ultimately, the idea is completion. In the first, the idea is association. Take it very clearly. In the first one, here it is association. Here it is completion. I'm eliciting answers from you by you completing certain stories. Next is construction. Construction and completion is, in completion I give you some cue. Here I don't give any cue. Yeah. So this is a picture. And I want you to write 100 words about this. You see this? So this is a construction. So how I can bring out what is your idea about competition, about running, about life, about whatever you feel like talking about this. Okay? Right. So what is construction? It is a projective technique in which the respondents are required to construct in response to a story, dialogue, description. Over here, that is the picture that I have given, for which you want to construct your own thoughts. Okay, I can give certain cues. For example, I can give that picture and then say, connect it to your life and write. Okay, so I can give some perspectives also. Right. Next is expressive. Expressive is, I just show you this and then say, you are there. You are the person there. Express yourself. Right? So, this again, I can put it in perspective. This is the place where you would be in the next 5 years. Is it good or bad? There is nothing good or bad about the picture. Some might say it's an extremely beautiful place. Some might say it's very depressing. So it is what you feel about it. Right? Expressive expressions, your state of mind. Okay? Right. Then what is expressive technique? Expressive technique is a type of projective test that assesses personality to self-expression. Either I can ask you to explain this, or I can ask you to draw something that you love the best, or I can say draw the happiest day, draw the best cartoon you like, anything. So all these are projective techniques, and these projective techniques are used in marketing to understand your deep motives, to understand your response to an advertisement, to a product, to a service, to an after service, to the quality of people who are responding to you. Any situation I can take and I can create a projective technique. Thank you very much. And with this, we finished two major subtopics under the third module. The next we will be going to scaling. What I would want you all to do as exercise is, please take these and write down. If you don't want to do on motorbikes, you say, ma'am, I don't know anything about motorbikes. You write about, I am going to buy a wedding sari. I am going to buy shoes, and you write this, finish this. Take a situation you like and finish. Then you will know what comes out. Top of the mind brand and your opinion about it or anything. Okay? This is between you and your friend. Okay? And what you will be discussing is one of those situations. I am going to buy either a bike or a dress or a wedding sari or a shoes. Complete this. Write your association with these things. What do you associate this color with? The first one, second one, third one. What do you associate these shapes with? What do you associate the fragrance? What is the animal and bird you associate it with? Think of all kinds of things that you can associate it with and do an exercise. Then you will clearly come to know which color appealed to you most and which shape appealed to you most and why. Right? Again, complete this. This is a very good picture. Complete this and write a thing about it. Okay? So it will give an inner meaning about your perspective to life. How you take instances in life. Okay? So this also you can do an expressive. You can write a little 100-word feelings, poem, story. Right? So this is as far as projective technique is concerned, and thank you very much.